Hey everyone, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Today's topic is about the 2 hidden fat loss hormones that'll get you ripped and lean and muscular. And today's topic is important for both men and women, young and old. And watch it if you want to get lean and ripped and stay that way year round. If you want to preserve muscle mass and even gain it while losing body fat at the same time. If you have high blood sugar or diabetic, or maybe you have a family history of diabetes and concerned about that, you want to make improvements. And if you want to reduce just sugar cravings and hunger. Now, I'll be honest with you, the next minute or two is going to be a little bit technical. But again, I know my audience is smarter than the average person and you'll understand it. It's too important of a topic for me to breeze over it, and you'll understand why in a minute. All right, so let's get started. Now, when I bring up fat loss and hormones, most people will think about the basic stuff, such as thyroid hormones, which do increase your metabolism, or insulin, which controls blood sugar when you eat carbs and sugar, or cortisol, and that's a stress hormone that causes belly fat and also increases insulin levels. Now, these are produced by glands and hormones. Just as, for example, testosterone is produced by your testicles and estrogen by your ovaries. Now, in this situation, the optimal balance would be higher thyroid, lower insulin, and lower cortisol levels. Now, this is the optimal balance for burning fat. And I'll speak about each of these hormones in the future. So again, if you're not subscribed to this channel already, please do so now. Make sure you click that bell icon so you'll be notified when these important videos are released. Now, there are also other hormones associated with fat loss that recently people have been speaking about. And one of them is adiponectin, and this actually burns fat and lowers blood sugar. There's also ghrelin, and this stimulates hunger. It actually increases your appetite and stores fat. We don't want this. And there's also leptin. This lowers cravings, actually makes you feel full, and it burns fat. Now, in this situation, the optimal balance would be higher adiponectin, lower ghrelin, and lower leptin. And these hormones are not produced by glands or organs. Instead, these are produced by cells, primarily your fat cells. Sadly, the more fat cells you have and the higher your body fat, the more unbalanced these hormones are. And this is why the fatter you get, the harder it is for you to lose weight and lose fat. Thus, even more reason for you to lose fat and stay lean and get ripped year round, which is what today's topic is about. By the way, you can actually improve these fat-burning hormones by taking a pill that contains natural ingredients, herbs and amino acids, and a diet as well, which I'll talk about today. And again, more details about this below in the description area. But again, don't go there yet, because now we've arrived at today's main topic: fat loss hormones produced by your gut. These are 2 hormones that most people don't know about. More specifically, these 2 fat loss hormones are rarely any scientist or doctor speaks about, and certainly not that average quote-unquote fitness expert. And these 2 are called GLP and GIP. Now, GLP stands for glucagon-like peptide, and the GIP stands for glucose-dependent insulinotropic peptide. All right, now we end all the boring science stuff, all right? Let's get to the good stuff. Because all you need to know now is that when these 2 hormones, the GIP and the GLP, when these 2 are balanced, which I'll show you how in a minute with diet and food, they can shut down your hunger. That'll reduce your appetite and cravings, especially sugar cravings. They'll actually decrease muscle breakdown, which means more muscle. Now, this is important for, all the guys lifting weights, as well as people getting older, because you want to preserve muscle mass. They will also improve insulin sensitivity and help lower your blood sugar. And finally, they actually increase fat burning, especially that stubborn belly fat. The end result is not only do you eat less food, but the food and the calories you do eat get utilized for energy and muscle and tissue building rather than fat storage. And I'm sure you're thinking, yeah, baby, this is awesome. And you know what? It is. And this is why some people eat whatever they want and don't get fat. It's genetics and hormones, something that I keep talking about in all my videos. Now, fat loss isn't simply a matter of calorie math, such as calories in and calories out, but it's a rather complex interaction of hormonal biochemistry and genetics. Of course, we can't change your genetics, but we can improve your hormones at any age, male or female. And you can do this again with a natural pill, which I stated earlier in the link below that in the description area. However, you can also do it with food as well, which is what I want to talk about right now. And one of the simplest ways to accomplish this proper balance between GIP and GLP is to not eat a meal that's both high in carbs and fats. Unfortunately, this is what most people do, and all the tasty foods have this lethal combination. Pizza, one of my favorite foods, is specifically this, primarily high fat and carbs. All snack foods, the chips and the donuts, the pastries and so forth, it's primarily fat combined with carbs and sugars. Ice cream, another one of my favorites, sugar and fat. Bread and butter or ice or cream cheese, again, another one of my favorites. It's high in fat and carbs. In fact, the combination of sugar and fat, the carbs and fat, is actually highly addictive both for your brain and the body. And the food industry knows this, and this is why so many foods have this combination to get you addicted to eat more and buy more and get fatter. And this horrible cycle goes on and on. So instead, what you want to do is eat a meal that's primarily protein plus fats or proteins plus carbohydrates, but never primarily carbs and fats. For example, you can have a salmon with vegetables, right? This is primarily protein plus fat and some small amounts of carbohydrates from the vegetables, which is cool. Or you can have, for example, one of my meals is grass-fed bison plus yams or a little bit of white rice. Now, this is primarily protein plus carbs and a little bit of small fat that's naturally found in bison. So yes, you will always have small amounts of the fats with the carbs and, in these meals, right? There's no way around it, and that's totally fine. The problem is when there's high amounts of fats and sugars and carbohydrates, all right? Now, another important thing is the best times to eat. The best times to eat your high carb meals, right? Your high protein and high carb is before and after your workouts and also before bed. The rest of the day, your meal should be primarily protein plus fat. So there you have it. All right, let me summarize all this. If you want to lose fat, if you want to get ripped, if you want to get muscular, you want to live longer, you want to have more energy, you want to look super sexy, improve your fat burning hormones. All right, what does this mean? First of all, eat proteins plus carbs or eat a meal that's protein plus fat. You do not want to have a high fat, high carb meal. All right, the best times to have that the protein plus carb meal, right? The one that most of us might crave is before and after your workouts and also before bed. It helps you sleep with the serotonin level. Again, you can take also specific supplements and pills that help accomplish this goal. And more information below that in the description area, a solution that I use myself. Now, if you want to speed up the process, right? You want faster results, faster fat loss, more muscle, you want something easier, then my suggestion is combine the two. Eat the correct diet, that I just mentioned, and do not combine the fats and carbs. Plus, you can also add in the nutritional supplements, the herbs and the amino acids that help accelerate the fat loss and help balance all these other hormones that I've mentioned today. And again, more information about that in the description area. Listen, as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and have a happy and healthy day.